Let's get some budget analysis now. The big sell today and a whole lot more. Let's bring in Sky News political editor Andrew Clennell, who's still in Canberra. Well, I tell you what, it was a budget design with an election for mind. I thought Labor was pretty shameless today, talking about spending and money going to individuals and all of that stuff we heard in question time. They'll back it in though. What did you think of the Treasurer's sales job so far, Andrew?
Well, I think I said on air today, Peter, I hope we never get a budget just before an election again. I don't think it's a good model. I think if you have a budget about 6 months out, as has kind of been the tradition over the years, or even 10 months out, you just have better decisions from a policy perspective.
Agreed.
You can announce a cost of living package on its own without framing it within a budget. If you frame it within a budget, all the budget's remembered for is the debate over whether your spending is irresponsible and driving up inflation. So they did a great... I mean, it's really bizarre in a sense to me that they're trying to follow exactly the same model as 2019. Surely different times call for different approaches. And look, some of the measures will be popular, but they'll all be popular, let's face it. But that doesn't mean people will vote for you, because I listened to your editorial and I agree with a lot of it. You've got both sides trying to minimise policy differences. So then a lot of Australians probably go, well, Scott Morrison's got a bit of baggage, let's give the other guy a go. If you take on a fight, then you've got more reason. And if you say you're about economic management and mean it, that's not as popular as cutting the fuel excise, but at least it's a better narrative than Labor, perhaps. But we'll see. I mean, maybe Scott Morrison pulls off another miracle, and I eat all my words. We'll see.
Well, the coalition's never won government from opposition. It doesn't hold government if it doesn't stick to its centre-right principles. I think the PM got a good go last time because there was a contrast with the previous incumbent in Malcolm Turnbull. The problem is now he's crept into the centre, and Labor are definitely not in the centre with Anthony Albanese, but they're trying to be all things to all people. They're not actually declaring how hard left they'll actually be. And the lack of clarity, the lack of difference now in this election between the two major parties is a real problem with the PM's base. I go into that in my documentary on Tuesday night, but I guess we'll see. He might muscle up in the campaign. We might see some of that distance put between the two parties.